How are you doing? We have a great meeting today. We have many special guests, not only from Brazil, but around the world, that decided to join us. So thank you for being with us today. We are Brasília Toastmasters. We are based in Brazil. Traditionally, we do Portuguese meetings, but today we are doing our English meeting because we have some members that like to develop their language. So today is going to be great. We're going to have 3 prepared speeches. 1 minute, please. Okay. And we are going to have a few brief presentation about Toastmasters. So if you have any guests here, they can learn more about our club and about Toastmasters. Okay, great. So can you see our club mission?
Not yet.
Okay, 1 second.
Not yet.
Okay, now you can see. Right?
Yes.
So, okay, Brasília Toastmasters, we have a club mission that's to develop public speaking and leadership skills through active participation, inclusive experience, and continuous learning. For people that are here today, if you are visitors, Toastmasters International is a non-profit organization that teaches English, that teaches public speaking through practice and leadership skills too. We are over 143 countries in the world. We have more than 16,000 clubs, and we are going beyond the 350,000 members. We have a different way to learn here. We have a hybrid system that we call, that we have the meetings that we do face-to-face, meetings that we join together in person, but nowadays we can't because of the COVID-19. And we have the pathways system. That's our educational program. The pathways have trails and paths that guides you through your learning process. Today in Toastmasters Pathways we have 11 different paths. You can choose any of one that you like, and with that we are going to develop some skills. After that you can end that trail, that path, and you can join another one. We have specific tasks that you can join and learn, and you can choose the one that best fits your job today or any area that is of your interest. As I said before, we learn by doing. We do it by projects. Today you are going to see some projects being delivered by our speakers, and you are going to advance in levels as you go through your path. You can choose the pace that you want to join and learn through pathways. Everyone is going to be different, so the club is here to welcome you and help in that process. The Pathways program, you can choose the language. So if you speak Portuguese, we have paths that are going to be translated in Portuguese. If you are going to Spain and English, we have paths in different language. And the best thing in Toastmasters and Pathways is that we have constant feedback. Those feedback is really important to develop our members and get them better skills each meeting they are going to join. And we can do leadership and oratory together. Toastmasters, it's a shared experience. You can join national leadership in your country, even you can join the leadership in the international Toastmasters area. And we have club leadership, and we have the roles during the meeting. Each of these roles, international, national, or in the club meetings, is going to make you need to be a leader. You need to be responsible for your tasks and with your education too. This is the idea of many companies that already have Toastmasters inside of them. Those companies, they sponsor their clubs because they know that is important for their members of the company to learn how to communicate better, how to be better leaders, and how to speak in public. So they know that's important. In Brazil, we are still very, very little in Toastmasters. We have a lot to go, and our club mission is one part of that, to make Toastmasters in Brazil one of the strongest in the world. Our meeting is going to be separated in some parts, and we have few things that we are going to do together today. So we have an online voting for the best speaker of the day, the best impromptu speak, and the best evaluators. And we are going to have, because of COVID-19, online feedback too. As I said before, feedback is the most important thing in Toastmasters. So it's not going to be different today. So I hope that in the right time, I'm going to ask you to take a minute and leave your feedback with the form that I'm going to share with you. We are going to evaluate the speakers, the Toastmaster of the day, that's my role. We are going to evaluate the Topics Master, that's the responsible for the impromptu speech moment. And we are going to evaluate our general evaluator during the meeting. Today, as I said, we have some different parts of the meeting being conducted by different people. My name is Alessandro Dias. I'm going to be your Toastmaster of the day. And I'm going to be the timer too. In the right time, I'm going to share with you how it's going to work the timer. Pamela Oliveira is going to be the accounter. It's one of the most important tasks to be held in a meeting, especially for the person that's going to start the Toastmaster path, because it's very common to use filler words such as when you don't know what to say, and instead of being calm and pause for a second, usually the people is going to put the filler words there. So Pamela is going to take notes, and the right time she's going to deliver her report with us. We are going to have...
Sorry to interrupt. The slide is showing still the club mission. I'm not sure if you're changing slides.
Oh, sorry, Daniel. I didn't see that, man. Thank you.
No problem. Yeah.
Okay, guys. Sorry. So you can see now? Okay, so you lost many of the beautiful slideshows that we do for our guests. But okay, let's move on. So today we have Ayu. He's from Jakarta, Indonesia. He's going to be our Topics Master of the day. In the right time, he's going to come here and speak how he's going to hold his position. He's responsible for the impromptu speech moment. We have João Cortial. He is going to be our general evaluator. João is going to see how the meeting is going from the beginning to the end, and most importantly, he is going to share his thoughts about the evaluators that is going to evaluate the speakers today. And we are going to have another guest today, that's Luca Lordelo. He is going to be our grammarian. The grammarian is responsible to look for the best use of the language, and he is going to deliver a report at the end of the meeting. And he is responsible to share the word of the day. So I want to invite Lucas to share his word of the day with you. Please welcome Lucas.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My name is Lucas. I am from Rio Gringo Toastmasters. It's a club in Rio de Janeiro, and it's a pleasure to be with you today. For the word of the day, I've chosen the word resilience. Resilience means the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties or toughness. The use in a sentence, for example, goes as the often remarkable resistance of so many British institutions. A second possible meaning is the ability of a substance or object to spring back into shape. Elasticity. So, for example, nylon is excellent in wearability and resilience. So the idea of the word of the day is to expand our vocabulary. So I kindly ask you to, if possible, incorporate the word of the day to your speeches. When you come up to the stage or when you have the microphone passed to you, try to incorporate this word into your speeches. And each time a person uses the word of the day, we will celebrate this, giving them a thumbs up. At the end of the meeting, I will give a report on how often the word of the day was used. And my main job, besides from the word of the day, is to give the club a report on the good uses, the special or extraordinary uses of English language during the speeches. And I will also give a report on possible mistakes or poor uses of the English language, so we can all improve our English speaking abilities. Thank you, and back to you, Alessandro.
Okay, thank you, Lucas, for such a great introduction of the word of the day. It's a traditional to have the word. It's to really try to make use of them. Thank you so much. So now we are going to move on with our presentation with our prepared speeches for the day. Today we are going to have 3 different projects being held. The first speaker is going to be King Gibson. His evaluator is going to be Mateus Amaral. The second speaker is going to be Vanessa Santos, and her evaluator is going to be our guest Edith Barcelos. And Daniel Beck is going to be our third speaker of the day. And our guest too, Faisal Lee, is going to be his evaluator. King Gibson is doing the dynamic leadership path, and he is going to deliver his second speech in Toastmasters. The project is called Evaluation and Feedback, and the objective of this project is going to be, today he is going to receive a feedback from Mateus, and King have to get this feedback and prepare a second speech that he is going to implement this feedback that Mateus is going to give him. This project is important so the member that's new to the Toastmasters idea is going to learn how to give the best feedback and how to receive the best feedback. So to deliver his speech with the title, The Bright Side of Tragedies, I would like to invite King Gibson. King Gibson, The Bright Side of Tragedies. Please welcome him with great applause.
Do you know when was the last great pandemic on Earth? COVID-19 is not the first, and it won't be the last pandemic to knock on our doors. Humanity has faced many plagues throughout history, and this is just a small chapter. If we look back, we can see many other pandemic cases, like the Spanish flu. This disease has killed more than 50 million people. Can you remember the year of this pandemic? It was more than a century ago. That's why pandemics are so unexpected. The last big one happened more than 100 years ago. Now, we are facing the tragedy of an era. Its name is coronavirus. It is a mild disease in most cases, but it might become a severe case when there are pre-existing conditions, such as diabetes. Most countries responded quickly and effectively against this virus, but some did not. On one hand, South Korea is a living example of what we should do. On the other hand, Italy is an example of what we should avoid, especially a city called Milan. The mayor ran a campaign called Milan Doesn't Stop. Well, it doesn't indeed. It doesn't stop escalating the cases of the disease. The city has completely collapsed. While some people are suffering as hell, others are making profits. How so? Well, tragedies are also a source of opportunities. Online classes have never been so popular before. Delivery apps are part of our daily lives today. Instagram is gaining more and more popularity, and some artists are even presenting live concerts. Every cloud has a silver lining. But what's the difference of those who can see an opportunity in the middle of a crisis from the others? Are they that special? Take a look at this picture here. What can you see? Is this a young woman or an old woman? All right, let's check this new picture one more time. This time, I want you to pay attention in all the possibilities this image contains. What about now? Can you see it from a different perspective? People who can see opportunities during a crisis are the ones who allow themselves to see the world from different angles. I have good news and bad news. Most of us have been down in the dumps at some point in our lives, or will be there at some point. That's the bad news. The good news is that nothing lasts forever. Bad moments and good moments will cross your life. That's okay. That's why we have to face crisis as an unwanted guest that will leave soon. While the visitor is there, we need to have resilience and don't stop trying. Never stop trying. There is a movie called Collateral Beauty that shows that what can be waiting for us in a crisis. The main character loses a daughter and gets depressed after this experience. At some point, an old woman says to him, "If you're dealing with pain right now, don't forget to look at the collateral beauty." What's that supposed to mean? Facing that tragedy gave him empathy to deal with this kind of situation. He and his wife took this opportunity to create a support group for parents who have lost their children. They, little by little, could transform pain in empathy and help others facing the same situation. What I'm trying to say with this example, I guess I'm trying to say that tragedies are part of life. We will have to face it at some point. We will get upset and maybe even get depressed. What you shouldn't do is stop in this phase. There are lots of other phases after that, and that's when you find the collateral beauty. You can only see it clearly after the storm's gone. Until that moment, you can always hang on to hope. Hope in a better future and hope that things will change. The best way to foster hope is to believe in other people around you. There is always someone who has faced something similar that can perhaps help you out. From a team effort can emerge a new hope, stronger and brighter than the one before. That said, I'm here to declare that I'm sure we'll overcome the current pandemic crisis. To do that, we have to do it collectively. There is no winning without the full cooperation of those involved, also known as the whole world population. When that whole thing is gone, I'm sure that many collateral beauties will appear. Economically, we will realize the current scenario is not working. How can we solve that? Socially, we will value more our friendships, and hopefully we will hug more and be more affectionate towards our loved ones. The crisis is just beginning, and there is still much to come. But in the long run, that could be a fantastic opportunity for us to take a second look in our lives, in our relationships, and especially in our economy. Now, I'm going to show you a short video with a song I imagine playing after all the crisis is gone. Okay, guys, thank you. That's it. Stay home and stay safe.
Okay, thank you. A warm hands for our friend King Gibson. Thank you so much for such a great speech, King. We are doing great here in Toastmasters. And now you can see me. I was with a problem with my camera. So hello guys, hello everyone. I'm Alessandro. If you don't know me, from Brasília Toastmasters, I'm going to be your Toastmaster for the day. So without any more time from you, I am going to ask you to deliver the first evaluation for King Gibson. Okay, so I just shared this link in your chat, and for those of you that can't read Portuguese, you can just choose the first speaker, King Gibson, and go down and write just a few notes for him in the feedback form, okay? If you don't understand what is said in the rating from 1 to 5. So the link is in the chat box. I'm going to give you 1 minute to do that. Thank you. Okay, thank you guys. If you didn't finish your feedback yet, you can just continue and keep writing what you think was great or you can improve in King Gibson presentation. So moving on in our meeting agenda, we are going to have our second speaker of the day, Vanessa Santos. It's in the presentation mastery pathways, and he's going to do a project that's the same of King Gibson. She's going to receive a feedback today from Edith Barcelos, and after this feedback, Vanessa needs to improve his next speech using the best from the Edith Barcelos feedback from today. Her speech title is International Regulatory Cooperation in Transportation to Combat the COVID-19. I would ask to share the stage. Please, Vanessa, be welcome. My warm applause for you.
Thank you very much, Alessandro, for the introduction. I think every one of us has already had a problem and has asked for advice from a friend or from someone with more experience. The public institutions can do the same. They can talk and take profit from the experience of other organs. When this information exchange is done between regulatory agencies and when they are from different countries, it is called international regulatory cooperation. As some of you might know, I work at the National Land Transportation Agency, ANTT, and on the last few weeks, I have been working on a study about how other countries are dealing with the coronavirus in the transportation sector. I am responsible for the information from France and for the two extremes, as King has spoken. Italy on one hand, and on the other hand, South Korea. The ANTT is responsible for regulating the semi-urban passenger transportation. This service connects cities from different states, but that are close to each other and have a strong connection in their economy. This kind of service is used by the population to go to work, to school, or to medical appointments, for example. And it is used on a daily basis, so it cannot stop. But there are some measures we can take in order to decrease the infection of the coronavirus. The coronavirus is very resistant. It can last for hours or even days, depending on the surface it is on. We can decrease the possibility of infection by touching the surfaces inside the vehicles, by cleaning it and disinfecting it more often. One technology that we have discovered during our study is the disinfection of vehicles using UV rays. This technology is used in China and can reduce the time of disinfection from 40 to 5 minutes. Another way of spreading the virus is through droplets of saliva from someone with the COVID-19. To prevent the infection of the drivers, one thing we can do is to separate them from the passengers. Another sector the ANTT regulates that has been impacted a lot by the coronavirus is the road freight transportation. To illustrate this sector, meet our friend Tamara Brook. She is an energetic truck driver that has been broadcasting her work through social media, and she loves her job, but she has had some difficulties in the past weeks. We have all been in a road trip, and in these trips, it is common for us to stop somewhere to get a meal or to use the restroom. Tamara does the same, but she does that for her job. And she has difficulty these weeks to find somewhere to eat because most of the restaurants are closed. She also sometimes cannot use the restroom even in the place she's delivering the goods. So imagine the quality of life that she's experiencing right now. To prevent that from happening, some governments have created systems or sites to tell the drivers where they can stop to have a meal or to go to the restroom. As we have seen, the transportation sector has had some difficulties in the last weeks regarding the coronavirus. I believe that the international regulatory cooperation can help us find solutions that are used in other countries to fight the virus here in Brazil. But the society has also to do their part. They have to help the drivers of buses and of trucks to have the minimum of quality of life when they are doing their work. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you so much. Such a great speech. As I said before to you, I really like the idea that we can bring news about the coronavirus or the crisis without make great noise or just talking about pain and suffering. So thank you so much. That was a great speech. Again, my friends, I would like to invite you to deliver your feedback to Vanessa. So just take a minute to join our link that was the same that I shared before. You can choose the first button and click for the second speaker, Vanessa Santos, and deliver yours feedback for her. I'm going to mark 1 minute so you can do that. Okay, thank you everyone for your feedback. If you are still writing something, just keep going. Vanessa is going to join and be grateful with your feedback. So just to take a note, I just shared with you in the chat the link for our agenda of the day. I couldn't make it early because Vanessa and Kim was delivering their speech, and I didn't want you to be disturbed with the message. Okay, so let's proceed with our meeting today. We are doing great. So we have today our third speaker is going to be Daniel Beck. He's going to deliver a speech in the innovative planning path in Toastmasters. The project is going to be Introduction to Toastmaster Mentoring. The idea here is to share his experience as a mentee from our mentors in our club, or something that relates to that in Toastmasters. So to deliver his speech from a protégé to a mentor, I would like to invite our great friend Daniel Beck. Please, the stage is yours. Warm applause for him.
Thank you, Alessandro. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters. A mentor empowers a person to see a possible future and believe it can be obtained. That quote was said by Sean Hitchcock, and I completely agree with him. Let me share my personal experience. I work in the IT industry, and in 2003, or actually 3 years after I joined the company, I had obtained a lot of confidence and knowledge in the processes I was working. And I had a lot of ideas on how to improve those processes. But there was one thing that I couldn't do. It was to sell my ideas to my manager, to show to him that if we do that, we could save time and gain in accuracy for those processes. In 2007, it was launched a system internally in the company. It was called Mentor Connect. The idea was to connect people that were willing to help with people who were seeking for advice and help. I have signed up for the tool, and I started a mentoring relationship with a young project manager. His name was Juarez Poleto. During our meetings, Juarez shared with me his experience by saying that he had gone through exactly the same thing, where he had to faced some issues and challenges to sell his ideas to his manager or a director. So he shared some tips with me. Basically, the tip was, first, sell your ideas to your peers and colleagues. Let them know the benefits and the gain they will have if you implement your idea. With that, as a group, you can demonstrate to your manager, and he can see the benefits and the importance if the whole team is willing to change. Long story short, I was able to implement my idea. That idea was also adopted by the other global development centers at Dell. I have gained an award because of that, and the award was delivered in person by the CIO of Dell in one of our internal all-hands meetings. I'll be forever grateful to Juarez for letting me understand and see how that could be done. In Toastmasters, we all have the opportunity to do a mentoring relationship. As per Toastmasters, a protege is a person who is seeking guidance and support from a mentor to reach his or her goals. A successful protege should have some skills and attitudes. It should be adaptable, with a desire to learn, should seek to meet goals and overcome challenges, should be willing to consider new ideas and suggestions, should be open to receiving feedback, prepared to reach out for guidance, learning, and ask questions, should be respectful to the mentor's time and boundaries, should be accountable for their own self-growth and development, and should be willing to share goal and information. Through mentoring, a protege can gain self-confidence and often achieve higher rates than those who don't have an encouragement or support of a mentor. As per Toastmaster, a mentor is an experienced member who can share experience in specific areas. The mentor empowers the proteges to reach their goals. Some traits of a successful mentor are experienced and knowledgeable, positive and supportive, respectful and caring, and committed and dependable. A few months ago, we have implemented in Brasília Toastmasters our mentor program. The idea is that each member will be assigned to a senior member who will be his or her mentor, to support with the development goals, support with the usage of Pathways tool, and support with the projects. With this program, we want to nurture a friendly and forever growing environment where the current proteges will soon become mentors and help newer members of the club. I am a mentor of 4 members, and that has been a great experience. Keep in mind what Benjamin Franklin said: "Tell me, and I will forget. Teach me, and I may remember. Involve me, and I will learn." Thank you.
Great, Daniel. That's a great speech, man. Thank you so much for such a nice shared information with us. Me, myself, as a mentor, too, can relate a lot with you, with your story, because being responsible for someone, education, is really tough. It's really a great job to be held and to make them achieve what they want. It's really different from a business relationship. So, moving further in our meeting, I would like again, guys and girls, to deliver your feedback for Daniel. I'm going to share again, just in case you need, our link for your feedback. I'm going to give you 1 minute to deliver your feedback for him, and after that we are going to vote for the best speaker as soon as I call you. Okay, thank you everyone for your feedback. Daniel is really going to enjoy your thoughts about what he can do best or what he can improve. So now we have my report as a timer, and I'm going to go directly for that. King Gibson, in his speech, did in 7 minutes and 20 seconds. Vanessa, she delivered her speech in 5 minutes and 31 seconds. And Daniel delivered his speech in 5 minutes, 36 seconds. So I'm really glad to tell you that every one of them is being held available for voting for the best speaker of the day. The link is the same that you are going to receive, but we are going to choose the second option, that's vote for the best prepared speech for the day. I'm going to open the voting now, so you just get a minute to access the same link that I shared before and choose the second button with your thoughts of who was the best speaker for this evening. 1 minute for the voting. We have 3 different moments in our meeting here in Brasília Toastmasters. One of them is going to happen now. We are going to have a small break that we call it network breaking. So you can go out to make your pee or to drink water or to just chat with our friends here. But just before that, we have one special moment that's going to have our meeting photo of the day. So I would like to invite all of you to just open your camera and share your screen with us so I can see you and I can just be part of that. I'm going to take a print screen. Just give me your best smile. Okay, let me check if that was great. 1 minute, 1 second, please. So, how do you like our meeting by now, guys? We are going to have a break of 10 minutes, okay? So you can just stretch your legs, just chat with us. Be free to share your thoughts about our agenda, our meeting. It's going to be really nice to know you. I think, Daniel, if you don't mind, if you're here, oh no, I think he left. Okay. Oh, okay. If you just ask our guests to introduce them. Could you please do that?
Sure. Yes. We have talked with few of them in the beginning of the meeting. Let me see who else we have here. Oh my God, we have so many guests. All right, let me ask someone to introduce. What about Allah Ashalal? I don't know if that's how to pronounce. Allah Ashalal. Could you please introduce yourself? Where are you from?
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone. Hello, Toastmasters. I am a Toastmaster member in Baghdad Toastmaster Club in Iraq.
Cool.
I am a civil engineering student. Yeah, and I just love how you manage the session. It's very well structured, and every speaker knows their, pauses and how to handle the topic in the right time. I'm just loving it. So great job,
Fantastic.
you guys.
Thanks for your feedback. That's great to hear. All right, who else we have here?
I think now we can talk with Ruslan. Ruslan, she's here now.
All right. Hi, Ruslan. Could you please introduce yourself? Where are you from?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, we hear you.
My name is Ruslan, actually. Not Ruslan. It's Ruslan.
Ruslan.
The next.
Okay.
Yes. I'm also from Iraq. I'm a member at Baghdad Toastmasters. And I loved how the speakers did a wonderful job. Their English was very understood and very good. They're like really fluent. I loved all the speakers. During the session really well.
Thanks a lot, Ruslan. And it's great to have guests on our club. Who else do we have? I can see everyone. Let me switch to the grid.
Eduardo Alves is a guest.
I didn't present myself either yet.
Emanuele.
Emmanuel. Yeah, Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Please,
so,
yeah,
hi everyone. My name's Emanuele. I live in Brasília. This is the first time I'm participating in Toastmasters Brasília, and it was a pleasure. I think that everyone presented themselves really well, and it was all the speeches were really good. I think everyone made a big effort to prepare their speeches, and I think that's that in itself is very admirable. So I think that's very good.
Fantastic. Welcome to the meeting. Thanks very much for your feedback.
Thank you.
So we have Eduardo Alves. Hi, Eduardo. I think you are on mute. think you have to unmute yourself, Eduardo. Can't hear you.
Eduardo, in the bottom of the screen, you're going to have a white tag that you have your microphone. You just click. Okay, welcome.
Yeah, now it's working.
Hi everyone, my name is Eduardo Alves. I live in Brasília. It's my first time in this meeting, and I love it. Thank you very much for sharing with me this moment.
That's very good.
Thanks, Eduardo.
Thank you.
Alessandro, how is the time going now?
We still have 5
I
minutes,
have a
Daniel.
question.
5
I have a
minutes?
question.
Please
Yes.
share your thoughts.
I have a question. This is Emanuele. This is the first time I'm participating in a Toastmasters meeting, as I said previously, and I would like to know how it works because I would like to work on my speaking skills. So I wanted to know more about, have more information about how it works for me to be able to participate.
Sure. Yeah, that's great to hear, Manuel. We can send offline the details on how you can join the club and then being a formally member. It's great to hear that you are interested in becoming a member. If you want to develop this skills, public speaking, and then also leadership skills, this is the right place to be. I'll send you more details offline so you can we can get in touch and then provide you more information.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very
All right.
much.
Just
sure.
one small message. I just shared the link in the chat. If you
Alright.
are using your Chrome browser, you can just use this extension to see a grid view of our meeting, okay? So I just shared the link in the chat. You need to be in the Chrome browser, in your notebook or computer. So you can install that extension and you are going to see up in the right side a grid option. So you can see everyone in the screen at the same time.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
I can
For
see we
those
have.
for those who are using a cell phone, you don't have that option, right?
No, you can
I don't
change
think
the
so.
layout, but you don't have the option to see everyone because it's going to be so small.
Okay.
All right. I can see one more person here. The name says English Goals.
It's King Gibson.
Oh, it's King. Ah, okay. All right.
Hello, Lee. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm good, yeah, thank you.
Thank you for your help. How are you doing?
Preparing my evaluation speech.
So,
Where are you talking from, Kim? I mean, Af. Where are you speaking from?
I'm sorry?
Faisal,
What country are you from? What country are you from? Yes.
Oh, well, I'm actually now in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
Okay, but you're natively from where? What country are you?
I'm originally from Malaysia.
Malaysia.
Oh, okay.
We are going international,
Hi,
guys.
warm regards from Indonesia.
Yes. So I just like to start to finish our network breaking, thanking all the guests we have here that I remember. Huxlam, I think is that. We have Ariel, Ala Shalal from Iraq too. Three of them I met this morning in a Nigeria meeting that happened 7 a.m. in Brasília time. So we have 70 people in the same room at the same time. It was a crazy meeting because a lot of open mics, but it was fun. And with that, I met them and invited to join us here today. I know that Ariel now is going to be, I think it's 2 a.m. in his time zone. So thank you so much to be here with us and to be available as our topics master of the day. Thank you, Ariel.
Sure, my pleasure. It's Saturday night and staying up late is not an option, right?
Yes. We have one of the guests this morning that was, I think, 5 a.m. for him. He was in the west coast of USA, and he said that he didn't have nothing to do because of COVID-19, so he just joined the meeting in this morning. It was a great meeting. I think that we have 19 different countries in the same meeting this morning.
It's awesome.
Wow.
Alessandro, we have one more guest, which is May.
Okay, May.
Can you introduce yourself, May, please?
Hi.
Hello. Yeah, I can
everyone.
hear you.
My name is Tian Hui. I am currently in Brasília, Brazil, but I'm from China. So
Wow.
a big shout out to my Asian friends with origin in Asia. I'm currently in Brazil as well. And it's really nice to see some Asian faces in these international meetings. Currently, it's my first time actually being in a Toastmasters meeting and activity, and actually Jonathan brought me in, and I want to thank him for that. And it's a very lively and interactive community, and people are very helpful towards each other. And I actually learned a lot from all of the speeches and the presentations of our speakers today. And thank you so much for bringing us such a good content of your presentations. And I look forward to joining you on future meetings and to share more with all of you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. You're welcome. And I didn't forget, but my screen was shared with you. So during the online meetings, we used to have this as applause for our guests and speakers for the day. It's the language of the deaf. They use that to cheers for people. Okay, so moving on with our meeting, we are going to have our table talk session right now. And I would like to invite our dear guest and friend now, Aryo from Malaysia. He is from Jakarta, I think, to introduce his role right now. Welcome.
Okay. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Alessandro, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Oi pessoal, meu nome é Aryo da SCBD Toastmasters Club na Indonesia. Hi.
Wow, that is so great. Wow.
Okay.
Congrats.
Yeah, thank you. So I'm from Indonesia in Southeast Asia. A little introduction about my club. In the last few meetings, we had so many attendees from all around the world, from Baltics, from Pacifics, from Atlantics, from 6 countries and many cities. And I hope in our next meeting, I will have another one from Brazil, okay? So this morning, because it's already morning here, I will be the table topic masters. With the word of the day is resilience. I think you've already been introduced what is resilient. So in this moment, I will have 1 to 7 numbers. Anyway, few months back, I met a Brazilian guy, a friend of a colleague. He said to me, people in Brazil hate 2 numbers, 1 and 7. And I asked, why? Because it will remind them of the World Cup match against Germany. So I choose 1 to 7 this unintentionally. Okay, nevertheless, I need several people to volunteers. So you can just simply unmute yourself or pick your drop your name in the chat group so I can call you, please.
Okay, just me explain for a second.
To call us now?
Okay, Manuel, just 1 second, please. Just to share with you guys, can you see my camera that we are going to see the meeting? You can see there is a gray box around Aryo faces, okay? So this is going to be the time for you. If you want to see your timing during your speech, you just need to click in the middle of the screen. There is a pin. You just click that. We are going to fix my screen for you. You're going to see yourself at the same time. You are going to see the timer. And this timer is going to show for you the times that you are doing your speech. In the minimum time of 1 minute, I'm going to share with you a green color, okay? And after that, I'm going to share with you the yellow color if you just reach your 1 minute and a half seconds. And after that, at 2 minutes, I'm going to share with you the right border that told to you
Awesome.
that you have reached your final time for speech. After that, you have 30 seconds to finish, okay? As Emanuela, have you ever joined a Toastmaster meeting before or no?
No, this is my first time.
Okay.
I didn't quite understand what you said. I'm sorry.
No, about we have times. I think it's better if you see someone doing first, okay?
Okay.
So you're going
Okay.
to see the screen changing colors. Please, Ario, be our guest again. Sorry.
Okay, perhaps anyone else want to try first, so Emanuele will have an insight of how these table topics will go.
Okay.
I think
Invite
Ruslan
someone.
want to try. Ruslan want to try. I think she dropped message in the chat group.
Yes,
Maybe you can. Okay, you can unmute yourself.
Yes, I
So
want. Yep.
I've prepared 7 prompts from 1 to 7. What I want you to do is choose one number, and I will tell you the quotes, and you need to react to the quotes. You can agree, you can disagree, you can have your own opinion. And as this table topic session, you will have 1 to 2 minutes. So please pick one number.
I'm gonna pick 4.
4. Okay, that's my favorite
Yes.
and my lucky number. I
Yes.
walk slowly, but never walk backwards. I walk slowly, but never walk backwards. Please, Ruslan.
I got it. Yes, thank you. So walking slowly versus walking backward, that means when you're having, when you want to work out, or you want to do something in your life, or you're working to achieve your dreams, or any goals that you have, it's necessary that you make little steps, or baby steps, or as the quote says, walk slowly. But if you're not doing anything and you're just wasting your time, you're not going to achieve your dreams. And by not achieving your dreams, you're literally walking backward, because you're not doing anything. You're just sitting in your place. So if you want to achieve your dreams, you have to do something for them. You have to walk slowly, or take only small steps, because these small steps will help you to achieve bigger dreams. And the daily tasks you do are also important. They also are baby steps, because when you want to achieve a dream, you have to think about it daily, and you have to work on it daily. And you don't have to work hard or something. Just walk slowly, or work only like 10 minutes a day, or 10 minutes a day on just imagining, or just thinking how you can achieve your dream, or only 10 minutes a day imagining that you already achieved your dream. And by imagining that you already achieved your dreams, your mind will start working to achieve them, because you're thinking about it daily. So in the end, when you're thinking about it, that's a small step, and your mind will consider this small step. And when you combine it as a daily task, it will be a huge step for you, and in the end, it will help you achieve your dreams. So walking slowly, and only just by thinking about your dreams, is really important, and is better than walking backward and not doing anything at all. So thank you very much. That's it for me. I'm gonna unmute myself.
Awesome. Thank you, Ruslan. For the next, we've already had Vanessa Santos. But before we're going to Vanessa Santos, let's give an opportunity to the Emanuele, because she's already waited, right? She was so excited, and I'll give her a try. Emanuele, you can unmute yourself.
Wow.
Okay.
Just so I know, according to what I understood, is that you're going to say a sentence,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to get that sentence, and I'm going to explain what I understood and what I get out of that sentence, or less. Is that it?
Yeah. Yes, correct. You can agree, you can disagree, you can tell a story that related
Hello?
to this quotes. Oh,
So it's more.
okay. Pick a
Pardon
number,
me?
please. Pick a number, please.
Number 7.
7. Okay. Don't
7.
stop until you are proud. Don't stop until you are proud. Please,
Until you're
Emanuele, 1
proud.
to 2 minutes.
Okay. Okay, so what I get out of that sentence is that you shouldn't let things stop you in life. Because in life, we go through a lot of ups and downs. So we need to keep on going and keep our heads up high and not let ourselves get, how could I say, we can't let ourselves get pulled downside along the way because of these things, right? So we should keep on going. We should keep on fighting for our dreams, for our goals. And yeah, that's more or less what I get out of it. I think for a first time, that's good.
Okay. I think maybe you still have time, so to want to add more things.
Yeah, so in life, as I was saying, we sometimes, what was the sentence again? I'm sorry, I forgot.
Don't
Nervousness
stop
kicked
until
in.
you are proud. Don't stop until you are proud.
Okay, so in life, we go through different setbacks, we go through different things, we have heartbreaks, we have difficulties. But like so many people that have gone before us, they were able to succeed. Why? Because they didn't let themselves give in. They didn't let themselves give in. They didn't consider their circumstances, their situations, or their problems. They just had that they didn't let that stop them. You know, they had that sense of going forward and succeeding that was so strong that it overshadowed the other difficulties. And yeah, that's more or less it.
Okay, awesome, Emanuele. Trust me, there's always a first thing for everything. The next one, Vanessa. I believe that you have waited for a while. You can unmute yourself. Vanessa, hello. Yeah, hello. You can pick a number from 1 to 7, except for 4 and 7.
Okay, I'm gonna choose 3.
3, a good one. Every moment is a fresh beginning. Every moment is a fresh beginning. Please, Vanessa, 1 to 2 minutes.
Hello, everyone. We have three periods, 2 time periods: the past, the present, and the future. But in fact, all we have that we can act is the present. Every day we have 24 hours in which we can start a new life, start new habits, and get the life that we want. So I invite everyone to think about their lives and to think what you want to leave, what mark do you want to leave in the world. Are you acting accordingly to what you want to achieve? Are you walking towards your goals? I think we all have to do this daily reflection and to think about every day as a new beginning, and to think about if we are doing our best to reach our goals and to achieve what we want in our lives. Thank you very much.
Way to go, Vanessa. That was good.
Yeah, the next we have Allah, Allah or Allah, Shalal. Please unmute yourself.
Hi. Well, first of all, I want you to remind me of my time.
1 to 2 minutes.
1 to 2 minutes. By the way, my name is Ala.
Pardon?
Ala.
Allah. Okay, sorry, Allah. Okay, pick a number 1, 2, 5, or 6.
I'll go with 6.
6. Okay. Allah. Little things make big impacts. Little things make big impacts. Please, Allah.
All right. So, in life, as we go on, at the beginning, we tend to look at things in an abstract way. We think, oh, this is either good or bad, either black or white. So we look at the bigger picture. We think we see the bigger picture, but we do not. So when we go through more experiences, more heartaches, more joy, we realize that our happiness is not in what other people think our happiness lays. It's not in fame, the big thing. It's not in the big house. You could be in a big house and you can still be alone. So where is happiness? Is it in the fancy cup that you could buy for $300? Or is it in the nice cup that you can buy for $2 and drink coffee in it, with a family member? I agree with this quote because I've seen it in my life and I've seen its effect on me, on my psychology. I am a suicide attempt survivor. So after that horrible experience that I had, I realized that life is worth living and we can only see its beauty through the details that make up the true masterpiece. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Allah. That's wonderful. Okay, excuse me, Alessandro. How many times do we have left?
I think you can finish. You can go for more 2. 2 more.
Pardon?
Can go for 2 more.
2 more. Okay. Anyone else want to volunteer yourself, please? Anyone? Or if nobody wants to volunteer, I like to choose it randomly. Is it okay? Perhaps I want to try. Since Edith comments a good about Allah lipstick, I think Edith needs to try a shot, right? Edith?
I'm fine with it, but I did not volunteer because it'll be valid. That's fine. Let's do it.
No problem.
No worries.
You can do it.
You can do it. You can choose 1, 2, or 5, Edith, please.
5.
5. Okay, good number. Edith, remember why you started. Remember why you started. Please, Edith, 1 to 2 minutes.
Ariel, I do remember why I started my journey with Toastmasters. The main reason is to help develop great communicators and leaders around Brazil, mostly, because that's my range of potential. That is my real why. And that was in 2015 when I first learned about this great organization, which has brought me so many wonderful experiences and also networking with experiences, just like having to meet someone like you, Ariel, or Ala and her lipstick. And it has taught me a lot of resilience in these tough times. virus and all this stuff. The good side of it in this journey is that in addition to all of that, we develop this resilience to go through these times, and we have the opportunity of speak to the camera. We can all become maybe in the future great webinar masters, YouTubers, you name it. There is a lot of opportunity here, a lot of good things, trying to figure how to get out of it. I see it as a journey through the desert. However, the masters and people around me, even meeting you guys online and having this opportunity, it is really great. So my why is to help grow Toastmasters in Brazil, communicators and leaders according to the 4 Toastmasters main values: respect for the people, integrity in everything, service, and excellence in everything we do. These are my whys.
Awesome. Awesome. What a Toastmasters advertisement by who is it? Edith. Wonderful. The last one, I give the privilege to Edith to choose one since nobody wants to volunteer.
I like that.
Who?
I like that. I can pick someone? Is that what you mean?
Yes. Yes, that's
I
the privilege.
love that. Let me see who is hiding. Let me see. Yasmin Sanchez, has she spoken?
No? Please welcome
Yasmin.
Yasmin.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Yasmin. What a lovely smile.
Oh, thank you.
You can pick either 1 or 2.
2. Let's go for 2.
But you will always be my number 1, okay? Okay. Yasmin, make it happen, shock everyone. Make it happen, shock everyone. Please, Yasmin, 1 to 2 minutes.
Okay, shock everyone out of amazement or?
Yes.
Okay, make it happen. Well, that phrase makes me think. Make it happen is when you really feel like there is something on your heart that is always there. It could be a passion for an art, or it could be wanting to try, I don't know, something that you have never tried, right? Something that is always in your mind, that is always in your heart. And well, some people just keep that feeling, right? But some others go after it. And I think when anyone could go after or goes after his feelings, I think is when you shock the world, right? It's when it's hard to achieve anything in life, and you have to be resilient in order to keep on going, keep trying, and then even if it's not expected by you, there are times that you have the opportunity to shock the world, and that's my speech.
Okay, awesome. I have 6 awesome speeches this morning. All of them are great, and of course, impromptu speech gives some certain of nervous, right? But I can give you a little tips from my experience. First, always smile, because if you're smiling, it gives you a positive energy. The second one is start from the end. Focus on the how do you want to end your story. What's the conclusion you want to deliver to the audience? It will help you to build this storyline. So, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, first I'd like to apologize because I have a technical issues with my laptop, so I'm using my smartphone at the moment. I hope you can accept my apology. And I have one last quote. I will use it as my closing. Old ways don't open new doors. That's 100% agree. I agree 100%. In this COVID-19 stuff, it's COVID-19 circumstance, we are forced to use online meetings, stay at home. Don't you think that it is a simulation of cultural reset, right? Trust me, there are many powerful families in the world, but the strongest one in the world is the Toastmasters family. So in this COVID-19 pandemic, we are getting more connected to all people around the world. So please stay connected. Hope to meeting you again in the future in another meeting. Of course, in our meeting as well at SCBD Toastmasters Club meeting in the future. And that's all from me as the table topic master. I'll give the control back to the Toastmasters of the meeting, Toastmaster Alessandro.
Okay, thank you, Arios, for your great table topic session. That was amazing. Huge applause for you. Okay, thank you so much. That was a great opportunity to see people like you and all the girls here join us for the first time. I think that there is the bad side of COVID-19, but we need to look the bright side, okay? Even that happened, we wouldn't be here today, I'm sure for that. So I'm really grateful for the great opportunity and for your help. Please count on me to help you in your meeting too, okay? So let's move on for the voting. But no, sorry. We need to give our feedback for Ario performance. Please just go to the link. I'm going to share again with you if you don't have it in your cell phone or in your browser. We are going to just give a small evaluation for Ario performance as Table Topics Master, okay? While you are doing that, I'm going to give you the feedback as a timer for our table topic session. So first, I'm sorry if I don't spell right your names, okay? So Huxlan, 2 minutes 26 seconds. Emmanuel, 1 minute 25 seconds. Vanessa, 1 minute 35 seconds. Hala, 1 minute 18 seconds. Edith, 2 minutes 21 seconds. Yasmin, 1 minute 17 seconds. So I'm really happy to say that everyone is up for the voting today. And after your feedback, we are going just for doing that. So after you give your feedback for Ario, you are going to choose to give another answer at the end of the page after you submit your feedback. And we are going to vote for the best discurso improviso. I just saw that my screen here is wrong. We are going to click in the third button, okay? For my friends that don't understand Portuguese, vote melhor discurso improviso. It's going to be your table topics voting. I just opened that now. You can share your vote, please. 1 minute for that. So now I would like to move on our meeting for the feedback from our evaluators. Today we are going to have 3 evaluations for our speakers. The first one is going to be Matheus Amaral. He is going to evaluate King Gibson's speech. So please, Matheus, open your mic and the stage is yours. Please welcome him with a great applause.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Matheus.
Nice to see you, Alessandro. First of all, I'd like to congratulate you, King. It was an amazing speech. It was really calm and confident, so it didn't felt like it was the icebreaker. It was really calm and he could speak really easily to the audience. And some points that he asked me to take some notice was that if he was looking to the camera and that if he was doing appropriate amount of expressions in his speech. The first one, he looked at the camera the whole time. He was really focused on the camera. And the second point, he did express himself quite well. His expressions were open and really added to the speech. Something that I couldn't notice quite well was the movement of the hands. Because of the camera, you cannot actually see the hands. So a suggestion that I would give him, if possible, you could talk a little bit farther from the camera so the audience can see that the whole body and can judge the way you behave in the speech. Daniel did that quite well in his speech. He spoke a little farther from the camera. I know that that's not always possible, but if it's possible, you can also speak standing up. I think it's easier for you to speak, and easier for the audience to understand and to captivate the message that you're trying to convey there. Facial expressions was really, I was really surprised because it was the first prepared speech that you did. So it's not expected that you do that on that speech, and you did it quite well. The way you move your face, the way that you convey the idea that you're trying to present to us, it was something really advanced that we would not expect in that moment. Let me see. Those are the most important points. Overall, it was a great speech, especially for an icebreaker. And I'm really waiting to see the next speeches. Congratulations, Ken.
Oh, great. Thank you, Mateus, for your great evaluation. It's good to see you back here. It's really been a time since we don't see each other. So welcome back, my friends. It's going to be a nice time again together in our club. So moving on for our next evaluation, we have a great special guest. Our friend from Rio, I think, Edith, is going to evaluate the speech from Vanessa Santos. And I would like to invite to our virtual stage, Edith Barcelos. Please welcome her.
Thank you, guys. Can you hear me well? Great, thank you.
Yes.
I first want to tell Vanessa that she accomplished the objective of her speech today. Her path is presentation mastery, and she was delivering the feedback and applying the feedback she received in her previous speech, which she repeated today. So she took that feedback she received and she applied to her speech today. The only difference was that the first one was in Portuguese and this one was in English. So that's not usually the same thing, my personal experience, but she did it very well. And according to what I watched on the Portuguese version, she actually repeated it and she improved in one of the main items of her focus, according to what she told me, which was vocal variety. However, I think that one good thing to do is to keep focusing on this until you, Vanessa, become really excellent on that. And by the way, vocal variety is really a big challenge for all of us. As you develop in your journey, usually vocal variety very often is one of the key things for development for all of us. But you did improve from your previous speech, the Portuguese one. One thing we all can learn from Vanessa's speech is the content. She really provided us useful content. And that was really good content. I even took a picture of a part of her speech because I found it really useful to share with other people. But that part on how long the virus survives on each type of surface. So well done, Vanessa. I love the content, useful. And these days, it's very good to have good information to fight fake news. Thank you, that was great. I loved something we can also learn from Vanessa is the storytelling because she explained to us about the virus by telling about Tamara Brock, someone. So she brought this character, which helped us through her story be more engaged in the story. Okay, now for development. Vanessa, I mentioned vocal variety. I think you keep on working on it and you're gonna become excellent on that. And I think you can take more advantage from the online meeting. Positioning yourself, framing yourself on the screen better. You were too close to the screen, so you were not seeing your hands and chest. I suggest you get a bit farther so that you can benefit from using your hands. And in the end, if you can sum up everything that you said with a call to action, I think would be great. So most of all, try to benefit more from the online experience. Well done. And resilience, practicing online meetings going forward.
Okay. Thank you, Edith, for such a great evaluation. My huge applause for you. Thank you so much. It's great to be with you. I think it's the first time in our club, so be really welcome and thank you again for being with us here. So our next evaluator is going to be Faisal Lee. Faisal Lee, for those of you that don't know, is responsible for the quality of Toastmasters in Brazil. He is a great friend of us. He was here in Brasília a few months ago. And together further, we are going to do Toastmasters Brazil every day better. Please welcome my friend, Faisal Lee.
All right. Okay, you can start. All right, good day. Assalamualaikum. Sawu hao, selamat siang, and boa tarde todos. So today, I have the privilege to evaluate Daniel. So Daniel is one of the members, which is an experienced member, not only in Brasília Toastmasters, but also in the Advanced Club Toastmasters everywhere. So today, I'm going to evaluate Daniel based on his characteristic as resilience members. Not only he demonstrates his resilience manners in his journey as protege, as you can hear from his speech, when he demonstrates how he actually really to push an idea and his approach to a mentor, so that the mentor shares some ideas, and then how he actually end up won an awards in Dell. So allow me to give feedback for Daniel's speech evaluations in the form of acronyms. For those who don't know me, I love to form an acronym. So today's acronyms is the word of the day, resilience, as you can see on the top here if you print Alessandro's screen. So the first one is RE. Re stands for reveal. So the way Daniel revealed his speech is by starting a very strong quotes. Such a strong quotes really captivating all the audience and then interest, and people will like listen more and look at the camera even nearer. And that is how he played the trick in order to capture the audience. The second acronym stands for the SI. SI stands for simulate. How Daniel simulates his speech is by organizing his speech in terms of very structured way, chronological way, starting with 2003 and goes on, and that demonstrates how he developed his journey as a protege from the beginning until the end and end up as a mentor. So that is such a good example for Daniel to demonstrate his journey as a protege and end up as a mentor. So for the LI, LI stands for limited. So what actually limited stands for is he asked me personally to observe the speech fillers or word sentence fillers and. So what is it and how many and I'm going to use? So and congratulations, Daniel, you didn't really use so much and this way, but in fact, you can actually improve your conjunction by practicing more. You can use various types of words of conjunctions to connect sentences. Next one is the EN. EN is the enriching missed opportunities for him to inject more personal stories, because given the extra times that he had, he terminated his speech around 5 minutes 30 seconds. He got extra 1 minute plus to wrap up his speech, so he can inject more stories, more personal stories, even at the part of the mentors, they say, oh, become mentors of for protege, and that's all. Maybe he can inject a little bit more stories to make it more inspired for members to be a mentor for their others as well. So such a demonstration of inspiration speech it can be. And last but not least, how actually he sees the speech as a closure is by giving an impactful another quote for us, all of us here, as a reflection to give and bring away back to home. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Okay, thank you, Lee.
Wow.
Cheers for him. Thank you, Faisal, for your evaluation. So, going further in our meeting, I'm going to share with you the timer report for the evaluations of the day. So, Mateus Amaral, he did his evaluation in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Edith Marcellus almost get past her time, so she did in 3 minutes and 28 seconds. Faisal Lee, he did in 3 minutes and 23 seconds. Thank you all. You are going all be voted now for best evaluators. I'm going to open the evaluation, the voting now, and the link is the same, and you can share with you the link in the chat again. Okay, so just go for best evaluator. It's the third button. I think here it's wrong for you. Okay, so but you can see it's the fourth. It's vote melhor avaliador, the fourth button in the screen, and the link is here, so you can vote. Okay, 1 minute again for you. Please don't vote 2 times, okay? Just vote once. Be honest, my friends, please. I love this, man. I really love Toastmasters. I really like the joy that we have together. So moving on with our meeting, we are going to have the encounter report. Pamela is having a little issue with her connection, so I'm going to deliver her report for you. She sent me. Okay, so for the first speaker, it was Kim. He didn't use any filler words. Congratulations, Kim. So this is by Pamela report, okay? So, okay. And we have Vanessa, some words of extension, some filler words like and, ka, so. Daniel, just one word. He used a filler like and, like Faisal Lee reported to. For table topics, Huxlan used 3 times so, 3 times a, and 2 times some s. Okay, so it's great. Emmanuel, she used 6 times a or a. And so I, she used 2 times. Vanessa, she used so and 2 times and can. Not using the word, but sometimes thinking about what to say. So can. Ala, she used 2 times the word so. Edith, I think you used can 1 time, I think repeated the word. Yasmin, she used sometimes or a, like thinking about something, and or and sometimes. The evaluators, Mateus Amaral, he used sometimes a and sometimes in and but. Edith, 2 times she used a, and 2 times she used the word and. And Faisal Lee, he used 2 times so. Okay, so this was the report from Pamela Oliveira. Thank you so much, Pamela, to share this with me. Our members really appreciate. And now for our grammarian of the day, I would like to welcome back our friend grammarian to take the stage. Please, a warm applause for him.
So, everybody, I'm back to give you the grammarian report. I am amazed, completely blown away by the quality of the spoken English and written English in this club. Congratulations to all participants, Brazilians, Asian, Hispanic. I am very, very satisfied, and you made my job so much easier because it was very hard. I didn't find any incorrect uses of English, and I was actually very happy to hear such clear pronunciation and a very polished grammar from all the speakers. So I am very, very satisfied. Thank you very much. For the report on the word of the day, I would like to thank our Toastmaster Alessandro. I think it was very helpful to put the word of the day on the video box of each person. I think it helped a lot. And I would like to report that 4 speakers managed to use the word of the day in their speeches. So congratulations, Kim, Edith, Yasmin, and Lee, for including this and enriching your vocabulary. Congratulations again, everyone. Keep it up. This is an amazing club. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Lucas, for your participation, for your help today to be volunteer in our meeting.
Actually, can I? Okay. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
You have time.
I would like to rescue 2 very nice uses of one is like a metaphor. I would call it a metaphor. So it created a graphical image. Someone said the coronavirus is knocking on our door. Of course, a virus so small doesn't even have hands or you know, arms to knock, but it's a metaphor. So I think it's really interesting. So we can enrich the speech with metaphors and these kind of mental images. It's always nice. And the way the speaker expressed what we try to do with hope. Hope we can foster. I really like that expression. It's very precise and it's very polished. Congratulations.
Okay, thank you, Lucas. Applause for him for great report. It's great to have a grammarian in our club. Brasília Toastmasters is not so known by using grammarian in our meetings, so it's great to see someone coming inside our club to help us. Thank you so much, Lucas. So going further, we are going to have more feedback because everyone can improve and everyone can share something that we can learn, okay? So for doing that, I would like to invite our guest again, our general evaluator, João Cortial. Please welcome him. The stage is yours, João.
The pleasure is all mine, Alessandro. Thank you very much. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests from all over the world. My name is João Cortial. I'm from Vila Olímpia Toastmasters in São Paulo, Brazil. And for me, it's a pleasure to be here as a general evaluator. As Alessandro said, Toastmasters is all about feedback. So my role is to make sure that everyone here leaves the meeting receiving a feedback and to know how did he perform, and also evaluate the meeting as a whole, which was a great meeting. We can all agree with that. We started a little bit late. It started around 3:04, but the good thing is you reserved some minutes, 15 minutes to really arrange things, to test your audio, video, share instructions, which is very, very good, very positive, well done. I would suggest to the speakers, especially for the speakers, when you have this time, profit that. Use this time before the meeting to make your tests, test your microphone, test how you share slides, to avoid having issues while you start speaking. We had some before the speeches, and you could avoid that if you do all these tests before the meeting. It's the same thing as in a meeting, in a meeting room. We do the same thing. So why not do that in an online meeting? It's the same responsibility, the same care you have for you to be prepared to deliver a good speech. I would say the good thing to have online meetings is to have people from all over the world. We can see different experience, different ways how to conduct meeting. And today wasn't different. I really like it. Some issues from some things that this club does. For example, they have this link tree that they have not only the voting and the feedback, but also instructions for the meeting, how to contact the club, their social media. It's perfect. I really, really like it, and something that we could share with other clubs. In the same way, I like the Alessandro's job as a Toastmasters, how he did all the introductions during the meeting, not only the speakers, but also the roles itself. It's a different way to work the meeting, to conduct the meeting, and it shows how prepared he was. I think it was the biggest highlight of Alessandro tonight, was to show how he was prepared, how he was ready to do his job and to conduct the meeting very well. Congratulations, Alessandro. Even having 2 jobs as a timer and as a Toastmaster of the day, it's tough, I know that, and you did it gratefully. The only recommendations I would say, you had some issues throughout the meeting which you could fix, especially for the timing. I remember only understanding how you would be showing your timing when the table topics arrived. Let's say, well, it could be before, you could have it through the speeches. I don't know how you were controlling, how you're showing them, but despite that, perfect. I really like it. Congratulations, shows how prepared you are. A counter, a world round applause because of ownership. Pamela had issues, but despite that, she was able to send her feedback. That's ownership, that's commitment to this club, to her role. That's an example to be followed for everyone. Remarian, I like the word of the day, which was also a good idea to put in the timing. And I like also that you not only pick bad usage, but also good usage of the language. It's good for us to learn, not only with bad examples, but also with good examples. So very well done. Table topics, Ariel, very creative. Nice introduction about your table topics role. It shows how experienced you are, and you shared a lot of your experience, how you conduct very well table topics. I only missed 2 things. Once, you could explain better about the rules of the table topics, not on the timing, but also the tolerance, the 30 seconds of tolerance, as well as at a recommendation, you can also, after each speaker, you can make some comments about the speech. You build some bridges between each speaker, and it shows that you are paying attention, and it shows that speech is was important for you and for the whole audience. It's a good way to conduct a session, but overall, very well done. Speech evaluators, Faisal Lee, Mateus, and Edith Barcelos. All 3 had a very good practice, which is to contact the speaker before the meeting. So they also feel prepared. They also help the speakers to prepare themselves. Mateus, I think is the only one that I didn't know yet. I didn't see you before. You show also some very good experience, very well done, well conducted. Topics very relevant and very applicable for the speaker to apply in their next project. The 2 tips is to remember the project goals, not only the personal goals that the speaker has, because I do the project, I have some challenge. But despite all my challenge, my personal challenge, I need to do that. And it's good to recap that before you start speaking, to refresh people and also to better structure your speech evaluation, which Edith and Faisal, they did it very well. These 2 fellows I know for a long time. It's not the first time we get some meetings together. So I would not say more the same, but I really see how much improvement, how good your evaluations are. Edith, you really picking her last feedback, how the Vanessa could apply very well the feedback she received, and she was speaking in a very positive way. She was direct, she was teaching her speaker, but it was very positive. We could see it wasn't a heavy feedback. She was inciting her to move further, to develop herself further. That was wonderful for her part. And Faisal Lee, he's a more direct approach, but very also teaching, very didactic, very clear feedback. And we could see by Daniel's comment on his chat, he really got what he need to do. So guys, again, wonderful session. You make a Saturday afternoon even more special, having all these fellows sharing this knowledge. For me, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you very much. Alessandro, the word is with you again.
Okay, thank you, João, for your report. It's great to see someone outside our club doing the evaluation of the meeting. About the timing, the timer, our members I use it, so it's great for you to give me this feedback, because I really forgot to mention how the time is going to happen before the speakers, because they did know. But I'm sorry about you guys. That's my mistake. I'm going to improve. Thank you so much. So now I would like to ask one more minute of you. I would really love to see and read your feedback for me and João as a general evaluator. The link for the evaluation is the same. You are going to click in the first option in this menu, and we are going to select first General Evaluator João Cortial and give him his feedback as General Evaluator, okay? He's going to really appreciate this from you. And after that, you can finish your evaluation and click to answer again and give feedback for my performance as Toastmaster of the Day. Okay, so it's the last option, Toastmaster of the Day, Alessandro Dias. I just translated the form to English, okay? So now you can read what's there. Thank you. It's really great to have all of you here today. So 1 minute so you can share, 1 minute, no, 2 minutes, 1 minute and a half, so you can share your feedback. Thank you again for your time and feedback. If you need, you can keep writing now, okay? Our meeting is just 4 minutes over our timing for the end of the meeting. So I'm really glad to see that we made it, because we have so many guests today and we have really time to welcome them well, okay? As a Brazilian way, a really warm welcome. So I would like to share with you now the winning of the days. Who was the best table talk speaker? Who was the best evaluator, and who was the best speaker for this day? So no further, I would like to ask for great cheers, and if you like to tap your, I forgot the name, so hoof the tambors. So we have our meeting winners today. As table topics, we have our great friend from Iraq, Ala Shalal. I'm sorry, I don't know how to spell your name, so congratulations for your speech. It really touched everyone here. I saw in the chat box, so congratulations. And for the best evaluators for the day, I would like to again ask you to make some noise there. I believe you can do that. And welcome our great friend, Faisal Lee, best evaluator of today, evaluating Daniel Beck speech. So congratulations, Faisal. And make some noise again for our best speaker of the day. Okay, so let's welcome our friend Daniel Beck with the best speech for today. It was great. Congratulations, Daniel.
Congrats all, congrats.
Okay, so now we have one more thing that we would like to share with you. Toastmasters is all about feedback, but it's all about recognition. How well you have been doing your task as a Toastmaster member, because you are the only responsible for your path here. We can help you, but if you don't want to get help, we can do nothing. So here in Brasília Toastmasters, we start this year to give the best, give a certificate for level conclusion. And first, I would like to give that for Pamela Oliveira Souza, because she achieved the first level in Pathways. So I welcome her for doing her best so far now. So she's starting the level 2 in Pathways. And no further, today we have a friend, that just finished level 2 in pathways. So welcome again, Daniel, back for completion of his level 2 in pathways. Congratulations, Daniel, you are near your finishing line for the first track in pathways program. I would like to invite you to give a feedback for our meeting, but the feedback form is all in Portuguese. If you don't mind, you can just go down and write something there, okay? And moving forward, will you do that? I'm going to give you again just 1 minute. How was your experience today? What do you think was great? What we can improve? What can we do better? Or if you have any suggestion for us, I would like to invite you to be part of our picture. So the idea here is to share where are you doing your meeting today. So just as I'm doing here, open your camera and take a selfie of you with your computer screen or your notebook screen, and you can share with us. It's a way that we can help each other and support you. So in that link tree, you have an option to share your picture. Okay, let's move on. Again, thank you guys. Final announcements for those of you that are in Brasília and online everywhere in the world. We are going to have a workshop at the end of this month. We are having Kelvin, a great friend of us, that's going to talk about persuasion and how to use that for your sales, for your relationships, in your job, in your family and friends relationships. So we are going to share soon in our social media the link and information about that. Okay, it's going to happen online. And our next meeting is going to be April the 18th. Is going to be next Saturday at the same time. We are going to do a check-in at 2:45 p.m. and the meeting is going to start at 3 p.m. But our next English meeting is going to be April the 23rd. It's going to be at night, 7:30. So you can join us at 7:30. It's the same link that we are using today. And the meeting is going to start 15 before 8 o'clock. Okay? I would like to share with you again, here in Brazil, we are going to have our national convention, our Toastmasters Brazil convention. Is going to happen online. It was supposed to be in São Paulo, but was going to do online now because COVID-19. As soon as possible, we are going to share with you our agenda, our price, and everything that you need to know to join us together with Craig Valentine at the end of May. And again, I would like to thank you so much, all of you. I'm going to change for my screen now and to look at your eyes, all of you. I know I can't hug you, I can't shake hands with you, but I can thank you. I can thank you so much for your time, for being here with us. It was really a great time. It was really a great challenge for me. I think it's the second or third time as Toastmaster in English, and my first time as Toastmasters in English at this online meeting. So with special guests from all different countries in the world, it's great to see this happen. Please share with us your club information in the chat box or at my WhatsApp or our club email. I'm going to be really glad to join you anytime, any day. You can count on me and you can count with Brasília Toastmasters. Thank you so much all. Please, if you want to open your mic and share your thoughts again, thank you so much. I hope to see you all soon.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you all.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, Alessandro.
Bye,
Well
everybody.
done. Well
Bye,
done, guys.
Jay.
Bye, everybody.
Congratulations, man.
Suado.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Ruslan, I've dropped message on your Instagram account about that.
Okay, I'm gonna see it.
Okay. And to Alessandro, congratulations.
Thank you.
This meeting was
Thank you,
awesome.
Adam. Thank you so much, man. That was a great pleasure to have you here. And knowing that it's almost 3 a.m.
Toastmaster of the day.
Yes,
thank
3
you.
a.m. But I'm waiting subuh before sleeping.
Yes, almost 24 hours awake. Yes.
So in Iraq, what time is it?
In Brasília, it's
11.
5 p.m.
Brazil,
11 in
5
Iraq.
11 at night.
11
very
p.m.
late.
Yes, night. It's night. Yes.
Great, guys.
All
Thank
right,
you so much.
Alessandro.
It's about to be
Have a great
bedtime.
night and have a great day.
Thank you, João.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you
Bye
so
bye.
much.
Take care. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Ciao.